Yo. You know what it is? Victory Talk Podcast. We got a lot of special stuff to cover today. We're going to talk about the market. We're talking about getting money. You know what it is. It's all about money, muscle, and mindset. Let's get it started. Hey, yo, you know what it is. We are out here. Let me make sure my sound effects is good. We good? Oh, that was the wrong one. Let me make sure the sound effects is good. We hear it? Hear it? I don't hear it. Turn on my headphones. A little more. A little louder. Hey, there we go. There we go. All right, Victory Unit. What up, y'all? We are out here, man. Those of y'all might have saw me on Fresh and Fit last night. Me and the homie Grego Gallagher. It was dope to reunite with the homie. And you should go check out that episode. We talked about a lot of cool shit. And it was pretty interesting, especially the one with just me and Greg. You know how it is when the girls get on there. It's a fucking mess. But they do that for a reason, right? Because that gets attention, that gets the eyeballs. But the real content is the first show before the hour after hours. All right. So before we get into it, we got announcements. First announcement is we still doing free sign up for the new course, Baller Mindset. It's coming out top of the year. I mean, this is going to be a comprehensive course explaining everything you need to know to build the mental toughness and resilience of a champion, of a baller, somebody who's ready to make money, to conquer their goals and go out in the world and really accomplish something in their lives. And you need to know these things if you plan on balling. If you plan on balling or balling hard, you got to have these things down, and we're going to share them with you for free if and only if you donate to Toys for Tots. All right? So I got the Santa hat. I'm Black Santa. You know what it is. I look ridiculous. But you got to donate to Toys for Tots. Any donation, any amount of money, you donate to the Toys for Tots website. All right. And then you send us the receipt. We're not collecting any of the money. You're not giving any of the money to us. It's going straight to the charity, because this charity is special, man. What they do is they give underprivileged children, poor children from poor families. They make sure they get like some good toys for Christmas, because being broke and not having toys on Christmas is the worst. So they make sure these kids have, some good happy Christmases, man. You know what I'm saying? Because their parents weren't ballers like the way you're going to be when you download the course, right? So you donate to that charity, send us the receipt, and you'll be on the list of people who are going to get the new Baller Mindset course for free. I know a lot of you people have donated already. If that's you, man, type 1 in the chat just so we know who you are, just so we can see you. But it's going to be, we just wanted to do something to give back, right? I donated $10,000. I'm donating $10,000 of my own money to the charity. All right. You guys can donate any amount. If all you got is $1, then donate $1, right? If all you got is $1, you really need this course.
The ones are coming in the comment section.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, we knew the champions would be out here doing it. We knew that. We knew that. All right, so the Baller Mindset course, and man, it's gonna be the best thing I ever made. All right. Now, also, if you want to start balling now, if you want to learn how to ball now, of course, you're in the right place, obviously. But you also got to join the Victory Unit Discord. All right. In the Discord, there's a free program called High Value Alpha Baller. Download that, and it'll put you on the right track to balling. It's a free course. To date, it's the best. It's probably the best course I ever put out. Like just straight standalone course. It's probably the best course I ever put out. And you can get that free if you when you join the Discord. It's right in there. And we got a lot of people on the Discord. The Discord is dope. The Victory Unit Discord. We talk about the same stuff we talk about on podcasts: money, muscle, and mindset. And it's a good way to network. There's a lot of champions in there, and it's 100% free. And I'm gonna be adding more free courses, down the line. All right. And I'd be remiss if I did not mention that me and my boy Romulus and Greg are doing a free training on trading. All right. We're doing a free training on trading so you can learn how to make money in the markets, learn how to get this cash so you don't be a broke boy next year. Because we out here getting money. I showed my account over the last 6 months. Over the last 6 months, my account is up over 100%. No bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And is that link in the description too?
Yeah.
We got the link there. In the link, I showed my account and everything, so it's real. I showed that my account is up over 100% in the last 6 months, and we're just going to do a free training on how we did it. Me, Romulus, and Greg work together. We come up with trades. And I had two of the biggest trades of the year. Not the biggest, but two of the biggest trades of the year I came up with. But I wouldn't be making this much money if it wasn't for Greg and Romulus, though. And I learned so much from Romulus. Romulus, he'll be on later today to talk about the market. But he used to work for a hedge fund, and he's just out here getting it, man. He's out here getting it, and we want to make sure that you guys are getting it too. All right. So trading is one of the habits. Is one of the habits that I picked up, a few years ago, and I got really good at it. But there's a lot of habits that winners have. There's a lot of them. And that's what we want to get into in the next segment. It's called Habits of a Winner. Let's go. All right. Habits of a winner. We talk about this every day, man. All right. Every week. We talk about the habits of a winner. And I hope you guys have been implementing the stuff I've been teaching y'all every week, man. I come on here, I'm like a professor. I'm like a professor/preacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a professor/preacher, teaching y'all the gospel of balling. the gospel of getting this money. All right. And it's real serious, right? So 10 things you got to do to really ball out here. All right. And number one is set goals. All right. And you may be thinking, yeah, motherfucker, everybody knows how to set goals. That's super basic, Brandon. Why you always talking stupid? No, listen. It's important you set goals the right way, right? See, because when most people set goals, what they do is, they set goals. They think about what's attainable, what's reasonable, right? They think about setting goals that they can actually accomplish now. People tell you let me start that over. The problem with the way most people set goals is they set goals based off what they're capable of. And I'm going to tell you that's a mistake. I think you should set goals beyond what you're capable of. Let's say this circle represents your current capabilities, what you can do now. And if you only set goals around what you can do now, then what does this do? It sets what? Limitations on what you can accomplish, right? However, if you set goals outside of what you're capable of, well, now what happens? You have to grow. You have to get better. You have to learn more skills. You have to improve, right? And now what you're capable of has expanded. But if you only set goals based off what you can do now, the problem with that is it places a limitation. It places a limitation on, I can't erase that. All right, whatever. It places a limitation on your growth. not only it places a limitation on how much you can accomplish, but it also doesn't force you to grow. You get what I'm saying? Like if you have a plant, right, and you plant it in a pot, it's only going to grow to a certain height because the roots can't grow. It's limited, right? But if you're only setting goals based off what you are currently capable of, then you'll be limited the way that plant is, right? Or like a baby shark, you get a little baby shark and you put him in an aquarium, it's going to grow to the size of that aquarium. You put him in the ocean, he'll grow as big as it wants to be, right? So it grows as big as it can, right? But here's the thing. That's scary, right? But you should set the goals not based off what you want, not on what you're currently capable of. And then now your job is to become capable of doing it. You get what I'm saying? So let's say you want to learn how to trade, how to trade stocks. All right. You want to make, I don't know. Let's say you want to make, I don't know, $5,000 a month trading, right, on the side of your regular job or business or whatever you got going on, right? But you don't know how to trade, right? So you're not capable of that shit now. So what do you have to do? Now you have to learn. Now you have to grow. You get what I'm saying? Now you have to expand your skill set. And if that's something you want to do, there's a link in the description. We're doing a free training on how to do it and how I learned how to do it. But that's one example. Or let's say you're a skinny kid and you want to, be built like me. Well, first of all, set obtainable goals, right? I mean, don't set goals that are way outside of it. Almost no one can do that. No, I'm just playing. All you have to do is like learn how to do it. You have to learn. You have to study, right? How to do it, and then you'll become better, right? So your current skill set, don't let that limit you. You get what I'm saying? It's very important, right? And then the second step to that, once you set goals, is right. And then at this point, you're probably going to have to acquire skills, right? You probably have to improve your skills. All right. So because you were smart enough to set goals outside of what you're currently capable of, now you have to build these skill sets. You have to figure out how to become capable. You're going to have to build skills. And that means you might have to study. You might have to start taking classes, right? You might have to jump on free trainings. You might have to buy books. You might have to read. You should do whatever it takes. You should do whatever it takes. But you have to do that within a framework of a plan, right? Now, you want to plan your goals. Right now, how are you going to do that? All right. So let's say you have the goal. Right. This is just a random goal. Now you're going to make a list. You're going to make two lists, right? Well, okay, let's do this. You're going to make a list of everything you have to do to accomplish this goal. So let's say the goal was to, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a goal that would make sense right here. What are some of your goals? Type in the chat. What are some of your goals for 2023? Because I want to use like a real world example. Let me just see some of these joints when they come in. If anything is good, if any of you guys come up with anything that's not fucking retarded.
There's going to be like 20 seconds of delay. So.
Oh, there's a little delay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, cool. Lose. Somebody wrote in the chat they want to lose 13 pounds. Cool. All right. So I'm just going to write out some of the tasks that may require, right? Let's just start from the beginning. Maybe you have to join gym. All right, you got to get a gym membership. right? And then you're going to need a workout plan, right? Then you're going to need a diet plan, right? Then you're going to have to follow workout plan, right? Follow diet plan. And there's more to that, but whatever. We're just going to leave it right here. Now, here's the thing. Some of these tasks, you would keep going, right? This is any goal what we're doing. We're just using lose 13 pounds as an example, right? The gym membership is a one-time task, right? You only have to do that once, right? Get the workout plan is maybe, they have to be changed. All right. So this is going to be, maybe it's just a one-time plan. We'll get it right there. One time, right? Boom, one-time plan. Get the diet plans one time. Now, these are going to be your recurring task, okay? These are going to be your recurring task. Now, what you want to do next is you're going to put a deadline on these, right? So each one of these has to have a deadline. When you're going to get the gym membership by. All right, let's say 12/31. You got to have it by New Year's Day. All right, you got to have the workout plan by New Year's Day, right? Now, when you put a deadline on each step of your plan, now it becomes real, right? And these are recurring. So this is going to be every day. Right? This is going to be every day. Right? Now we got some plans. All right, now we got some plans. Now what we're going to do next? Now that you got the plan written out, a basic outline of a plan, right? Next thing you got to do is you have to use your calendar. If you're not using a calendar for every day, then you're fucking tripping, right? I use Google Calendar. And what you're going to do is you're going to put not when it's due, right? But you're going to put in the time in the calendar when you're going to do it, right? So how long is it going to take you to go get a membership? I don't know. Let's give yourself 2 hours to walk to the gym and sign up, right? 2 hours. All right. So you're going to put that 2 hours in the calendar. You're going to pick the day and time, put it in the calendar when you're going to do it. All right. Same shit with the workout plan. You can buy one, ask somebody. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to think about how much time you need to get this together. All right. Your workout plan and your diet plan. And you're going to put that in Google Calendar. Right. And your recurring tasks every day. Maybe you don't do that with the diet, but maybe with the workout, like when you're going to work out every day and for how long. If you're going to work out for an hour every day, then you're going to put that in the calendar every day for that time. It's like a meeting with yourself. And once it's in the calendar, now the next thing you're going to do, hold up, right, is follow the plan. It's not a real plan until it's in your calendar. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really just an idea or a collection of ideas that for the most part, you're probably never gonna fucking do this shit. Like probably never, right? Get that shit off your mind, right? You're gonna follow the plan, right? But you're gonna follow it. Next thing you need is, how do I put this? You're going to need discipline. Because there's going to be times you don't want to follow the plan. You're going to see it in your calendar. Hey, it's time to work out. And you're not going to do it. Or you're going to see you have some shit going on and you're not going to do it. That's a beautiful moment right there. That's a beautiful moment. Because discipline is kind of like a muscle, right? This is a guy with a muscle. This is a I know you guys are thinking, damn, Brandon is such a good artist. Yeah, that's a dumbbell. Yeah, it's coming together. You guys are seeing it now, right? Discipline is like a muscle, right? The more you use it, the stronger it gets, right? Discipline means you do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, whether you want to or not. And when you want to do something, when you're motivated, when you're excited to do something, you don't really need discipline there, right? You're not using discipline. You get what I'm saying? Because you're just doing it. You're excited to do it. It's like you don't need discipline to have sex. You don't need discipline to eat cake, right? You want to do those things, right? It's typically you need discipline to do something that you don't feel like doing, right? And the only time you get to work that muscle is when you don't want to do it. So when you feel that coming in, damn, I don't want to do that. You need to understand that, oh, if I do it, I'm actually building discipline. It's going to make it easier to do it next time. Does that make sense? It's going to make it easier to do it next time because you'll be what? Building that muscle. You get a little discipline pump. You feel me? However, if you don't do it that time, what happens? Oh, the muscle gets smaller. It starts to atrophy. Right? And next thing you know, you looking like you instead of like me. You know what I'm saying? So the only time you don't want to do it is when you get to build discipline. So that's so critical that you actually do it during that time. It's a beautiful, it's definitely beautiful, right? Now here's the thing. The next thing you're going to need to do is to be able to bounce back from setbacks. I don't give a fuck how good your plan is or how well thought it is. You are going to fuck up sometimes. Either you're going to fuck up or something's going to happen where there's going to be a fuck up and you won't be able to follow the plan exactly. You got to be resilient in those situations. You have to be strong under those circumstances and just know that it's going to happen. Go into it knowing that there are going to be some fuck ups. Some of them are going to be outside of your control. Some of them are going to be your fault, right? Because you suck at this shit right now. You're not good at this thing you want to accomplish. Remember, we picked the big goals that were outside of your comfort zone that forced you to grow, right? So you don't know how to do this shit probably, right? The guy who wants to lose 13 pounds. Yeah, man, you didn't lose those 13 pounds. I mean, you didn't gain those 13 pounds in a week, right? You had to build some bad habits to get fat like that, right? So it's going to take a while for you to acclimate to the new you're becoming. You're going to fall down. You're going to fuck up. It's like when a baby learns to walk. These motherfuckers fall down all the time, right? What they do, they get back up and they keep going. You did it. This is why you walking now, most of you, right? And just know that that's going to happen. You're not looking for perfection, right? You're looking for improvement. So just focus on improving, getting better than you were yesterday, right? Don't cut yourself slack, but don't beat yourself up either, right? It's a balancing act. Don't go easy on yourself, right? Don't go easy on yourself, but don't beat yourself out. Pause. Don't beat yourself up because you're not good at this shit. You're going to fuck up, and it's going to take an acclimation period for you to actually get good enough to execute these things on a consistent basis, right? But if you focus on improvement every day, if every day you focus on getting better than yesterday, right, then you'll, over the course of a year or however time you give yourself to accomplish this goal, you're going to get better, right? And by the end of it, you'll have it if you stay the course. If you stay the course. So bounce back from setbacks, because What you don't want to do is don't give up. Don't. Oh, shit. Let me write that over again. All right. Don't quit, right? It kind of goes hand in hand with bouncing back from setbacks, because you're gonna want to quit sometimes. There's gonna be a point, I promise you, when you set these big goals, there's gonna be a point where you fuck up so much or things go so left that you're gonna think about quitting. Right? Don't do that shit. That's whack. That's whack. That's some bitch shit. That's really being a bitch. And it's okay I'd rather you fail than quit. Right? I respect the man that competed more than I respect the man who like left the arena. Right? I'd rather you get knocked out in the ring. I'd rather a guy go in the ring and get knocked out than be afraid to come out of his corner. You know what I'm saying? Or just throw in the fucking towel. You know what I'm saying? So you can't quit. And as long as you stay persistent, man, persistence is undefeated. Persistence is undefeated. I promise you. I promise you. Right? And if you do that, if you don't quit, and the number one thing is to stay consistent. Right? And that goes back to, that's really going to probably be your everyday task or your recurring task. Because the one-time task, it's going to be easy. Everybody can go buy a gym membership. In gyms, like 80% of the people who have memberships never go. Right? It's actually a dope business model if you don't have to worry about 80% of your customers. 80% of people get gym memberships, never go. I'm one of them. I have 2 gym memberships in Miami. I haven't been to either one of them once. But I go to the gym. I just go to the one in my building, right? But I'm just saying, I'm still consistent. I'm not a good example, right? But you don't want to be inconsistent. Like, it's the number one thing, right? It's easy to go buy all the supplements. It's easy to go get the gym membership. It's easy to start a business, right? Go get an LLC, set up some bank accounts. Like, all that shit is easy. The hard part is showing up every day and being consistent. That's the hard part, but that's where the magic is, man. That's where the magic is. I'm telling you, that's where the magic is. Because what happens is, with consistency, all right, so this line is going to be your progress, and this is going to be time, right? If you're consistent over a long period of time, okay, you know what? Here's the thing. I want to show you something. This is important. So most of us, we think that success is going to happen like this, right? Progress in the time you put in, we think is going to be linear, right? But it's not. It's not going to be linear like that. Typically, success is going to be exponential, meaning it's going to start off slow, almost like nothing's happening, but that at some point you're going to hit like exponential results, right? At some point, things are really going to like take off, right? That was a bad drawing. I think I could do that again. How do I do the read? All right, yeah. So it's going to like almost nothing at first, but then at some point things are going to get way better, right? The problem is people tend to give up here. They feel like it's not working, and they give up because we were expecting linear results. That's the blue line, right? We were expecting linear results like this, and this is where people give up. They feel like it's not happening fast enough, right? But if you stay consistent and you keep going, what's going to happen is the success is going to be even better than you thought it would be. When I first started YouTube almost 10 years ago, I started my fitness business. I didn't even really think about, me living in Miami, penthouse apartment overlooking the ocean, so many fucking bedrooms. I get tired going from one end of the house to the other. You know what I'm saying? Get like 10,000 steps just going back and forth from one end to the other room of the apartment every day. I didn't expect all that. Be covered in diamonds every time you see me. It's like, it's better than I expected. You know what I'm saying? Business, 30 employees, making millions every year, multiple businesses. I just didn't, but I showed up every day, you know? Exponential success. However, the opposite can happen too, right? Boom. Oh, what's going to happen? Progress, right? Let's say somebody's really inconsistent and they just stop, right? They give up before they hit this curve where it starts to be exponential. Then they're going to get worse. You're not going to get better. You're going to get worse. That's why most people can't accomplish their fitness goals. That they give up. They give up and they quit. They're inconsistent. But you got to remember, man, like when a rocket ship, it's a rocket ship I'm drawing. Hold up. Let me change the color. I know you guys are thinking, damn, why is Brandon such a good artist? How did he get so good at this? Jesus. You know, like I said, it's consistency, right? So this is a rocket ship. And when the rocket ship goes off into the atmosphere, it has these two big fuel tanks on it, right? These huge fuel tanks, right? and it blasts off. It needs all this fuel to get out the atmosphere, right? But once it gets out the atmosphere, then what? Oh, it doesn't need those fuel tanks anymore. It lets go of those rocket ships. They drop into the ocean, and now this motherfucker can coast a little bit, right? And that's this example, right? Once you get out the atmosphere, you can coast a little bit. But the hardest part is getting from here to here. You get what I'm saying? That's why it takes all the fuel for the rocket ship to go out, to leave the atmosphere, right? But if you keep quitting before you get there, then you keep having to do the hardest part over and over again. You get what I'm saying? You keep having to do the hardest part over and over again. So you're actually doing yourself a huge disservice. Does that make sense? Right? That's why you got to stay consistent. You got to stay consistent. And then, of course, this is underrated thing, but you got to manage. You got to manage your state control. And I have another. It's too much to go into now, but I talked about it last week, and I have another video somewhere around about that, right? But you got to just manage your emotions and your energy, right? Because this is a wild ride, right? There's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, but if you manage your emotions during that time, you'll succeed. Check out that other video. We'll post a link somewhere around here so you can check it out.
We'll put the link in the description.
We'll put the link in the description, man. All right. The drawings are A1. I know that, man. Thank you, man. Well, listen, I've been drawing for a long time. You know what I'm saying? What they saying in the chat, anyone? Do we have any chats that we need to address before we move on?
Yes, we do.
Turn my headphones up, son.
Yeah, can you mute your speakers, please?
Oh, she can't hear me.
Mute who?
You.
How's she
Mute
going?
my
But she can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear from your speaker through your mic. Just either put headphones or just lower the volume, please.
Oh, she ain't got headphones.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
We hear
perfect.
you. We hear you just fine. Turn up my headphones though. All right, cool. Go ahead.
That's better?
Yeah, fantastic.
Nice. All right, so shout out to Riyadh. I think I'm saying that wrong, but 2 super chats.
All right. Shout out to shout out to you, Rhea. That's what's up. Appreciate
Shout out
it.
to Michael. Super sticker. Shout out to Xavier. I'm from Holland. I sell watches. Do you have tips for me? I listen to your videos and I love them.
Oh man. Well, listen, you're clearly a man of good taste. You're clearly a man. I wouldn't have to know what I need to know more about what you need help with, right? Do you need help getting watches, getting customers? Do you need help? It's too broad of a question for me to. Can you help me? right? It's like, I help you with what? You know what I'm saying?
We have a question from Toxic Trader.
Hey,
Hey, King Keto, I tried donating to the Toys for Tots, but I'm in Canada, so I'm unable to process the transaction. How can I still get access?
that's a good question. Did we ever figure that out?
We've
How these
gotten
Canadians can do that
before.
shit?
He was a coyote. There was someone who in like 2 episodes before
Yeah.
had the same issue. We said he's gonna figure it out. And
Oh
sure
yeah, we tasked one of the Victor watchers with figuring that out, man. I don't know what you.
But
gotta
we've
do.
been
Might have to get a
getting this.
VPN. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. I wish I would listen, but you know what? Toxic Trader, Coyote had failed us. All right, he failed us. He failed the whole victory unit, all of us. Now it's your turn. It's your turn to grab the mantle. Take on this task. Help our Canadian brothers donate to the poor children so they too can get the baller mindset course. Toxic Trader, do you accept the mission? I need a confirmation. I need a written confirmation that you will accept this mission. The whole fucking country is on your back, man. Are you gonna let down your brethren? The whole country's dependent on you, man. Come on, Toxic Trader. You got a whole nation dependent on you. I believe you can do it. I believe you can figure it out.
Damn. I already emailed them. They said you can send it to their mailing address.
Send it to. Oh, you got to mail it. Hey, man. I think there's. All right, I think there's a better solution than that. If it was me, if I was a toxic trader, a Canadian toxic trader, I'd probably get a VPN, NordVPN. Say I was in America and give that a shot. That's something I'd try. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a toxic trader. We'll see what happens. What else we got?
He responded, he or she, I will figure it out, BBC.
Hey, man. Godspeed. Hey, toxic trader. Be careful out there. Be careful out there.
Albert, I appreciate you, Brandon. Wanted to ask if worth me becoming an online personal trainer, even though I'm going to deploy soon.
Elber, that's the Dominican flag. Mi gente. Hola, mi gente. Gracias para deployo. Gracias para servicio. Servicio. Gracias para servicio. Hombre. Hombres fuertes. Fuertes, hombre. Sí. Listen. We've had people who are active duty military join my high ticket training program and make money. Make money, and it was something they were able to do while they had downtime. You know what I'm saying? So all you to be an online trainer, you need to put 4 hours a day at least. 4 hours. If you think you'll be able to get 4 hours a day in it, then I think it'll be good. Somebody just said my fucking Spanish is horrible. Cállate, puta.
With an O.
Cállate, puto. Me llamo Brandon Grande. El jefe de ejercicio para abdominales. Abdominales. All right. Jesus del gimnasio. Jesus del gimnasio. Por favor. Siete gatos reservar una mesa para cena. Mucho carne para cena. Ahora. What else? What else they saying, man? You're gonna challenge the king, El Jefe, out here.
Real Talk Podcast. You're a walking W. Much love.
Same to you, brother. Same to you.
El compa. What's going on, man? Happy Tuesday. It's my first live show. Thanks for all the knowledge.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, El Choppa.
Compa.
Yeah, El Coppa.
We'll work on it.
Yeah. I think we're doing great. Man.
Drew. Brandon is a pimp. Positively motivational, inspirational person. Content helps a lot. G.
There's a lot of truth in that statement. You know, the word legend gets thrown around a lot, but that was a legendary comment. You know, that's going to go down in history for the ages. You know what I'm saying? What else we got? Anything else?
That's all for now.
That's all for now. Shout out to y'all. Now, listen, again, make sure you join the Victory Unit Discord because we in there every day talking about getting money, muscle, and mindset. Money, muscle, and mindset. Notice we didn't say women. All right, because if you get those three things together, you're going to need what? Dot repellent. Your problem won't be getting women. It'll be too many women. You're going to have to fight them off. The whole purpose of me doing these live streams and putting together the Victory in the Discord is because I want to develop this product called Thought Repellent. All right, because I need it. I need it to keep the thoughts off me. It's like, it's too much. No más chicas, por favor. No más chicas, right? So I'm trying to develop, I'm working with some scientists and we're developing this product that men can't smell, but thoughts find repulsive. So they stay away from you. You get what I'm saying? But in order for me to put in the research and development to actually get this product and bring it to market, there has to be a big enough market for it. And there's just not enough motherfuckers who need it. Right? Y'all motherfuckers is chasing hoes and shit, downloading Tinder and shit. If you just got your money, muscle, mindset together, you would need the thought repellent. And then boom, now there's a market for my product. That's all. That's what this whole thing's about. That's the end game of all this for me. Keep the hose off me.
we got one more chat.
Oh, what they talking about?
K Beastie.
All right.
Hey, King Keto. I started watching you from Fresh and Fit. Love your content. I was wondering, how do you stay consistent with the ups and downs life throws at you?
How do you stay consistent with the ups and downs that life throws at you? That's a good question. You know, I get that a lot. A lot of people want to know, like when life is coming at you, you have all these plans, all these things you want to accomplish, but there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be trials. There's going to be tribulations. Some of them are in your control and some of them aren't. But what's important is to stay consistent no matter what. I'm going to be honest with you. You got to stay consistent no matter what. For example, this year, I've had a lot of weird things happen to me, and majority of them were outside of my control. Probably the biggest one was my cousin died. He was like one of my best friends since our childhood. You know, we went to the same military school, same college, lived in New York at the same time. Then we were living here at the same time in Miami. And he died in a car accident, man. And it was, you know, that shit really hit me, you know? And I didn't have nothing to do with that, right? I couldn't have prevented that or stopped it. It's just something that happened. And it happened to him, but, you know, obviously I was affected. And, you know, his whole family's affected, all of us. It's going to sound fucked up, right? Or it might sound fucked up to some of y'all, but some of y'all will get it. I went to the gym the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like I still went to the gym. You get what I'm saying? I had to go the day I was scheduled to be on Fresh and Fit a few days later, and I still went to Fresh and Fit. You know, like I was sad, and I was going through all the emotions that you go through. You know, I was crying and shit. You know, I was crying. I hadn't cried since the 90s, since the Clinton administration. I was like a child. Last time I remember crying, I think the Ultimate Warrior had beat Hulk Hogan up and like put him in the hospital. I was like a little fucking kid, like 7 years old or some shit. I thought wrestling was real. Anyway, I still did what I had to do. I mean, I didn't do it as well, right? But I still did it. So life's going to throw these ups and downs. You're going to have breakups. People are going to disappoint you. People are going to die. You're going to get sick. You don't have to be happy to be consistent. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to feel good to do what you're supposed to do. You got to do it anyway. And that's really where it separates the chumps from the champs. You know what I'm saying? That's what really separates the winners from the losers. You feel me? Like it's I think about when Jordan's father, Michael Jordan's father was murdered. He played basketball that season and won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like it was he still showed up. He didn't feel good. I'm sure he was sad. But you don't have to feel good to be consistent. You can feel like shit, you can be sad, you can be in a bad mood and still do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. It's going to be significantly more difficult. And you just got to understand that that's okay. Right? It's all right if it's difficult. It's all right if it's hard. Right? You just do it anyway. And the beauty of that is, though, if you can do it when it's hard, then when it's easy, it'll be really easy. Kind of like running with skates on or something. You know? I mean, not skates on. It's kind of like running with weights on. You take the weights off and now you're flying. It feels like that. And you want to show up. You just got to show up. I didn't show up as well after G died. I didn't show up with the same amount of enthusiasm. And I didn't do the stuff I didn't have to do. Like I wasn't as available for my team. But I did everything I had to do, everything I was supposed to do. Like they picked up a lot of the slack. And it's just kind of like that, man. You know, it's just kind of like that. Imagine if you were the president or some shit, right? And somebody in your family dies. You still got to be the president. You still got to run the country, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you still got responsibilities. Because the bills don't care, right? Verizon don't give a fuck if you are sad about something or if life's throwing some ups and downs. They're going to want their money for that phone bill, right? Yeah, your landlord is going to want that money no matter what the fuck happened. You feel me? If you got a mortgage, the bank is going to want that motherfucking money no matter what the fuck happened. You feel me? Right? Your kids still have to eat food no matter what you're going through. You feel me? It's kind of like when somebody's sad or some shit, or people die every day, right? Their relatives still have to walk the dog and shit, right? Right? You still have to do shit because you still have responsibilities. You just got to keep that in mind. I mean, your performance may suffer, and that's okay. But if you stay consistent, you're going to be in a better place after, because this too shall pass. At some point, you'll get through it and you'll be in a better position. Does that make sense? Right? The world goes on. The world still moves, man. You still gotta show up, baby. You still gotta show up no matter what you're going through. All right? Cool. I don't want to start another segment because Romulus is gonna be here and pretty soon. So I answer some more questions because it's too late. It's too early.
Unmute me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. What's that? You had something
We
to
have
say?
some good comments. Yeah.
All right. What's up?
Sorry, I should have texted him instead.
Yeah.
Hey, we saw we were gonna get a mic with a switch.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
All right, go on.
Connor, in those harder times, do you lower the intensity for a while to stay consistent?
I could say I don't or I do, but you was there when G died. What was it like? What was it like watching me? Now you can be honest. Like I don't know if I did. It seem like the intensity lower. Like what was I like during that time?
So the first thing we did was notify your whole staff,
Yeah.
your assistant, and I pretty much gave them a heads up in case you weren't in the right mindset.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much, you was just handling the important stuff.
Yeah, I focused on the things that actually had to be done,
That
right?
had a
So if it
deadline.
didn't, I bet I didn't have to do it. I didn't do it. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's because I definitely. So I guess you could say I lowered the intensity overall, but not necessarily on the things that I had to do. Like I was still tracking my macros every day. You know what I'm saying? I was still tracking my macros every day. I still had the scale on me. I was still working out. Excuse me. I was still showing up to the meetings that were important, that I had to be at. Still did Fresh and Fit. You got like days after. And because for me it was important, like I still had to make money. Right? And I paid for most of his funeral too, right? So yeah, I gotta make money. You know what I'm saying? Like I still got shit to do. I still got responsibilities, you know, and I just remembered that. Because what you don't want to do is make the situation worse by allowing something to cause more problems. You get what I'm saying? Like, like if you, let's say that I stop focusing on business, right? Now I'm gonna end up with financial problems, right? And I'm gonna make my problem my staff's problem as well. Or if I stop focusing on my health, now I got a fucking health problem. You know, Romulus not here yet, is he?
No, he's not.
All right, cool. I think I sent him the text. I did send it to him kind of late though.
Oh, okay, he's here.
Oh, Romulus is here?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. All right, well, fuck it. Let's jump into it, man. Let's get that market recap going. Romulus, what's going on, man?
Oh, Brandon. Christmas podcast, everybody. Here we
Yeah,
are.
man.
We are wrapping up. They're beautiful. Doesn't get better. We're wrapping up the most amazing year that a couple knuckleheads like us could ever have.
Yo, we've been trading our asses off, Romulus. I can't even lie. I was looking at my stats over the last 6 months. My trading account is up over 100%.
It belongs in the Louvre, by the way. That's a museum.
Come on, man. That's not no. Now you've been trading longer than me. You've worked for hedge funds.
A little older.
And,
That's all.
yeah, a little. Is that normal? 100% return in 6 months.
I guess it's normal when you hang out with us.
Come on, let's
Yeah,
go.
So, hey, Brandon, before we get into tonight, there's a couple things I want to bring up. We're bringing a lot of the victory unit people. They're becoming Centurions. They're making money. They're joining us. They're learning. They're contributing to the overall community, and that's all awesome.
Yeah.
So a few things I want to get a couple things straight before we go any further. First of all, it's important to know that my preferred pronoun is Centurions kick ass.
Let's go.
That's my preferred pronoun. And my safe space is the global financial markets.
Come on. I identify as a baller shot caller.
And my comfort animal is a rabid lion. Okay?
Yeah.
And what I snack on is broken glass.
Come on.
All right?
Come on, man.
And if you can't identify with what we're talking about, then go down the road to Fluff USA.
Let's go.
Okay? Because this is where we get it done.
That's where we get it in, man. That's where we get to it.
Look, I'm going to share my screen in a
Yeah.
moment because is this the last podcast for the year? Are you doing a party next week? What are you doing?
We doing a New Year's party. We got to do it on. We're gonna do Baller of the Year and Book of the Year, and we're gonna do a year wrapping. But I know you're taking off next week, so this is the last market recap of the year.
It is, yes. It's going to be. There we go. We're going to just give it a second as it loads up here. That's right. So we had a great year. All kinds of money was made by the
All kinds of
in
money.
the universe. Brandon can show that to you, and he has many, many times. And by the way, before I get too much into the market recap and going over some great ideas for the rest of this calendar year, there are a few trading days left. As a matter of fact, we got 4 next week, 3, so we've got 7 trading days left for 2022. Let's squeeze the last bit out of the lemon that we can.
Yeah.
But everybody listening, pay attention. Brandon and I are hosting a webinar this Thursday, December 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll see the link up there coming across the screen in a moment. It's going to be just a few hours of fun learning adventure. Come on in. We will get into a lot of details about how we have just dominated these markets for an entire year. And by the way, a year which now that we're at the end, we can say safely, it has been the worst year for everybody else since 2008, 14 years.
Yeah. I've been waiting for this for 14 years. Right? I've been waiting for a good old fashioned crash. And I think we're in the middle of one.
Glad
what do you
I
think?
Oblige.
Yeah.
Look, when you do this right, and Brandon's proving, I'm proving, the Centurions all over the world are proving this, that when you do this correctly, my original mentor, this was back in 1998, 1999, he told me that during bear markets, you won't just get ahead of your competition, you will absolutely crush them. The rest of the world only makes money when the markets go up. And I don't mean just in trading. I'm talking about everybody and go ahead and talk to your neighbors, your friends, your family. You have a lot of time off coming up over the next few weeks. Spend some time in a conversation. Ask everyone around you. Listen to what they're saying. These people are all worse off financially than they were a year ago. Every single person you talk to. Except one group of people.
There's not as
Legion.
Come on, man. There's not as many Lambo trucks around Miami anymore, man. I don't know where all the crypto guys.
Yep.
They're not driving around in Lambos anymore. I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you a funny story about a Lambo. I was working on Wall Street, and it was a 24-year-old kid. He made a huge bucket of money from one overnight trade. Like we're talking $400,000 or $500,000. I mean, it was a couple of months in the process, but $400,000 or $500,000. He got his payout. He paid his taxes. And then everyone's like, hey, come over to the window. Check this out. We go running over. And there's the goofus in a convertible Lamborghini right there on Wall Street driving around like he was Richard Pryor in Superman 4. That's how nuts this guy was. And of course, because he didn't learn it the right way, which takes a little bit of time, not 28 years, but a little bit of time, everything was gone within a couple of months. So just a little bit of lesson learned. All right.
Yeah, man.
Here are the markets. And this is how and why Brandon's been making money, because you see these major turns. Okay, market's going down, 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 and then it goes up, up, up. This is where we make moves. Okay, this is where we start to change direction, and we get long, meaning we buy stocks when they're going up. Okay, then we start to go and bet against them. And there's a lot of ways that we can bet against the stock market. We can do things like shorting and buying puts. And don't worry if you don't know the terms. Don't get stressed out if you don't fully understand the language of Wall Street. These are all things that you will learn when you become a Centurion. That's why you're going to come to our webinar in a couple of nights. Some of the things we're going to learn about, okay? So markets have been pulling back. We do have the so-called Santa Claus rally. And by the way, Brandon, what I've been kind of thinking about here recently is we've got a lot of small companies out there that continue to just get pummeled.
Yeah, they do.
Has anyone out there listening, watching, paying attention, heard of this company, Tattooed Chef?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Because me, Kevin, and Jeremy, and all those other knucklehead idiots told you guys to buy this stock at $25 and $30 a share a year ago, and they pasted you. They wasted your money. They clobbered you. Just when we were betting against the market and making piles of cash, those idiots were showing you how to get poor. Okay?
We shorted this, didn't we, early at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, we did. Okay, so
yeah, we did.
But you see how these things are going down, down, down. Okay, there's a lot of them out there. I mean, I could just go through the Meet Kevin, Jeremy list. Every single stock they've ever touched has turned into total dust. It's a dumpster fire, a complete disaster. One of the reasons these stocks are going down, not to get too complicated, but if you bought it a year ago, or if you bought it earlier in the year at, up here, $2-3 a share, or $5 or $20, now it's here at 50 cents, you can sell the stock and you can get a tax benefit. Okay. Again, not to get too complicated. Brandon doesn't know about tax loss selling because he doesn't have losses.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Everyone else has got losses out there, okay? So
because they can write off their loss. They can write off their losses, so they're trying to get rid of it by the end of the year.
Right. So the stocks are pulling back even more for no other reason than a lot of people are selling these things to get that tax benefit before the end of the year. And it's got to be done before December 31st. So it's got to be done in a week. That's why you're seeing downward pressure. At the same time, though, there is upward pressure in the Dow Jones and other things a little bit like this because, hey, look at the hat he's wearing. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Santa Claus coming to town.
But there's a little bit of upward pressure because of that as well. So you have this conflict. You've got this fight going on between the tax law selling and, hey, it's Christmas. Doesn't the stock market always go up in Christmas?
Right.
Well, so you have that little fight going on. My suggestion, don't get too close to the fight. Not a big deal. Fight another day. Step back. Go be with the family. Or do what we're doing, and that is taking little tactical trades, making money. I'll show you one here in a minute.
Yeah.
And essentially staying short, betting against the market for the longer term play. Because and what have I been saying, Brandon? You can just go ahead and give it to them.
You can look every week. You said by May?
By March.
By March, we would see we're going to challenge that low that you're over right now.
Yep, that's June. Okay, and more likely, there's a growing probability that the October lows will be seen, and with a possibility of even going lower than that. And this is all between now and the end of March.
But we're definitely going to challenge the June low.
I would say that's a high probability outcome to get down here to the June lows. Yes.
All they had to do was listen to the victory talk over the last few weeks.
Right.
Hear us saying that, and if they would have just got short, they'd be making money right now. That's all they had to do.
I know.
Yeah.
And we feel for them, but the way we can stop that is come to the webinar, check out Victory Unit, get in there, start to come into our Discord, become a Centurion and join this Legion and start fighting for your financial future for your family.
Yeah,
and
come on, man.
You have to fight for it. Brandon and I are not going to give it to you. And guess what? No one else is either.
Nah.
No.
And there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of stuff to learn, like different trading strategies, like different ways to go short in the market, or different kind of option spreads that we've been doing that we want to show you guys,
Yeah, and you think about it, Brent, go back to where you were, 10, 15, 20 years ago. You're building up your career, you're building up your fitness career, but you didn't know about these things about trading.
Oh no, I'd have so much money if I knew now what if I knew then what I knew now. I'd have. I don't even like to think about it because it's like a dummy tax. Like, how much money did I miss out on because I didn't know this stuff?
I get that a lot. Like one of the main comments I get from new Centurions is, "Hey, this is great. I'm learning while I'm making money." That's the number one comment I get.
Come on, man.
Okay. The second most common comment I get is, "I wish I knew you when."
Yeah.
I wish I knew you when. And then just fill in the blank. 5 years ago, 20, whatever it happens to be. And you know what? I'm going to jump in that too. I wish I knew me 25 years ago. I had to spend a long time learning it because I didn't have a direct mentor. My main one, he was running his own company. He was doing it out of the kindness of his heart. It wasn't like I could really grab him and have him full time like people do in the Centurion Legion. Now they have me full time. It's like they literally have me moving in with them in their living room. So
it's like I can text you
Tesla. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Up here right now. Okay. And the stock has been getting bombed. Everybody knows why, in addition to the competition and the down market, the bear market. This is related to that tax loss stuff. Tesla is a member of the S&P 500. Okay.
Yeah, so they're bringing it down.
Unless things change over the next 7 trading days, Tesla is the worst performing stock out of those 500 for 2022.
Damn.
Right. So it's getting tax loss sold. In addition to all the other drama that Musk is dredging up and putting out there every single day, it's also getting tax loss sold. But there's an opportunity here. I've said it before, I'll say it tomorrow, and I'll say it forever. Tesla will never go back to its all-time high of $412 a share. Like, it'll never do that for the rest of your life. Never. But we also have to be aware that the stock is not going to go out of business and go bankrupt and go to zero tomorrow either.
Right.
So there could be a short-term trading opportunity developing in Tesla at some point in the next 4 or 5 trading days. And of course, what's going to happen when that goes down, Brandon? Do you have your phone? Hold up your phone to everybody. You don't even have to turn it on. Just hold it up.
Okay.
So you see his phone right there. What happens in the Romulus Legion is I get a trade alert, and then I text it out to everybody.
Yeah.
And he gets it texted to him. And of course, so do the 220 some odd other ones around the world. And they open their trading app, and it could be Webull. It could be Fidelity. It could be Ameritrade or Interactive Broker, any of them. They all have great phone apps. Okay.
Yeah.
I prefer Interactive Broker and Webull. I know Brandon's got a lot of luck with Webull as well. They're doing really well. They're doing some innovative things.
Webull's my favorite like trading platform now. It used to be Thinkorswim, but now Webull's been.
Yeah, and I'm using Webull too on my end, and I really I like what they're doing over there. So anyway, you get the text, you open your phone app, you enter the trade. That all takes a total of 45 seconds.
Come on.
And you go back to being a baller.
Yeah.
Done.
You see? That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
But you're also going to learn stuff too. It's not even just the trade. The trade alerts alone is dope, but just how much I've learned from you. You know, like I was a decent trader, I think, right?
Yeah.
You know, but when I what I learned from you, it just took it to a whole nother level. You know, it just.
And I appreciate that, because what you're saying is passing down the trading generations. When you say that to me, my main mentor, Paul, he passed away 4 years ago. So he's in his peaceful trading rest right now. But, you know, that goes directly to him too. And you guys can look, anyone who cares, to take a minute. And again, don't forget, we're having our webinar this Thursday, December 22nd, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Please
click that link. Click that link. There's a video where I show my account. I just show my account. I show the last 6 months of trading. Just a little. I just show everything. You can just see how much profit I made from my trading account. Just check it out.
96% in 6 months.
Come on, man.
During a market that's getting its butt kicked, I would say not so shabby, right?
Yeah, I recorded that the other day, so it's over 100% now, because you've seen what happened over the last few days.
Oh, look at you. Huh?
Yeah.
As I was, we're cruising here though. So with this work, it doesn't take, tons and tons of hours. He said the learning goes on. Let me show you guys something. So here's a couple of gifts that I'm giving for Christmas. Okay.
Are you giving out gifts?
Right. If anyone comes to the webinar, and you don't get this gift if you just sign up, but if you come to the webinar, all you have to do is show up. Everyone who shows up will get a report that I wrote only a little over a week ago. And it was a strong sell on Netflix. It was an institutional report that I put out there. At the time that the report came out, the stock was trading for $320 a share.
Yeah.
Okay. And it came out Monday the 12th, right there, 320. And then a couple of days later, it got its head bashed in. Okay. Just decimated out there. This is what I'm talking about. So you will get this report if you come to the webinar. Now, everyone who comes and stays to the end of the webinar, because we want to hang out and have a good time, everyone who comes and stays, you'll get my 2023 market recap report that's being published tomorrow morning, by the way. It's not even out yet. That'll publish tomorrow morning. You'll get that. And by the way, you may have saw or listened into the way I phrased that. That's right. I said 2023 market recap. How can you recap something that hasn't happened yet? That's what we do here in the Legion.
Oh, the future recap.
The future recap happens here and nowhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just looking at that Netflix trade. I'm up 34% on that trade. Come on.
Yeah, it helped that it just fell out of bed a couple of days later because they had some bad news. And I didn't know that it was going to happen 2 days later.
Nah.
But that doesn't matter. I put a strong sell on the stock, and it just crumbled right after. And that's, again, that kind of stuff goes down around here, okay?
Yeah,
that's what happens. We want you in, not just to read this report. You'll get it if you come to the webinar, but we want you to get reports like this all the time. I remember about this piece of crap. Speaking of Tesla and Elon Musk, you remember a year and a half ago, a little more than that, it was May 7th, 2021. He was going on Saturday Night Live. Dogecoin was running up 72 cents a coin.
Yeah.
I put out a report about a day before the show. It was mid-afternoon on Friday. I said, this is it. This is the highest it's going to go. He's going to go on the show, and it's just going to fall apart. And that was it. It marked the high water mark of Dogecoin, and it's done nothing since then but just get decimated. Okay?
Yeah.
And I can, you know what, any new Centurion, I'll send you that report. You can read it. You can see in the timestamp and everything. You can check that out for yourself. Okay. We call the top of Bitcoin. We call the top of this stock market. We call the top of the bond market. We call the bottom of the COVID crash, March 23rd. This is even before Brandon and I knew each other. I was putting out notes. I want you to buy this, everybody. I want you to buy this, everybody. I want you to buy Ford. I know Ford. Why Ford? Because I thought it wasn't going to go bankrupt, and it seemed like a time when many other companies might go bankrupt. And they did. It was retail, but a lot of stuff was saved because they were throwing money out the helicopter window. And we know how that went over the next 2.5 years. It was quite a bull market. So anyway, market recap for this coming week. Again, if you don't have positions on already, remember the trading will lighten up because people are going on vacation. I can already sense it. I can already feel it out there. Bankers and hedge fund managers and mutual fund guys, they're taking time off, as everybody should. So the trading is going to lighten up, which means the swings will start to increase, and they may not seem as logical as they should because the pressure comes on pretty quick. So if you need to take a break, take a break. If you need to trade quick, I would suggest you trade quick. Otherwise, stay away for a couple, not even 2 weeks, that's it. 2 weeks, you can get back into it and start ripping and roaring. Major issue right here. The Bank of Japan came out this morning, and for the first time in I don't know how long, decades, they decided to tighten their monetary policy a little bit. The Japanese market has been a complete basket case. Look at this number right here. See that 26,000 right there? This number was at 39,000 on January 2nd, 1990, almost 33 years ago. And it's at 26. It's down over 30%, 33 years later.
Wow.
Okay? So the Japanese bank, the Bank of Japan, they call it, they threw a little bit of a surprise wrench into the interest rate markets that will create opportunities for the next week or so.
Come on.
But that's kind of a high level trade. You kind of have to be, a little more on the sophisticated savvy end for that kind of stuff. But it's out there. There's always trading ideas out there, and they're all over the place. You got to know where to find them and where to pick them. And then I would suggest a couple of things. Come in to join us, and you'll learn how to make sure that you and your family are going to be taken care of no matter what happens, because we have a mantra around here: making money regardless of market direction. And I'll challenge everybody listening to this. Goal setting comes in for 2023. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to be nicer to my dog.
Right.
And then by January 28th, what did I say I was going to do? Forget about it, right?
Yeah.
Do this. I know this is a bit of a stretch, and sometimes it creates discomfort, but out of that comes better situations and even greatness. Think of one thing that you could change about yourself. One thing that if you make that change, and it doesn't have to be completed by the end of 23, it might take you years to implement. But think of one thing you could change about yourself that if you get it done, you will exponentially improve yourself, improve those around you, and the rest of the outside world too.
Yeah.
When I started thinking about this, I started forming it in my mind a few months ago. And I'll tell you, Brandon, there was some discomfort. I didn't like myself for the thing I wanted to change. I'm like, I need to change that, and I don't like that it's part of me.
Yeah.
And I'm in the process of doing that. And I have a feeling that if I can get it done, who knows, if I can get it done, everyone around me, you and all the Centurions, my friends and family, people I don't even know, everyone's going to be better off because I can accomplish this change. We can all do that.
Hey, let's go. You just pick one or two. That's what I'm gonna talk about next week, man. It's gonna be all about goal setting for 2023. So I'm excited. Yeah.
You gotta have the goals. And even the trading goals, financial goals. I don't mean trading goals. Hey, Ramos, I want to make $1 million. Of course you do, and we can help show you how to do that. I'm not talking about that.
Just $1 million. That's it.
Yeah. Well, some people start with nothing, and then
hey, come on, man. You can start somewhere, I guess. Yeah.
So the goal should be, though, written down. I want to learn how to trade better, because then you'll get your $1 million. I want to learn how to be disciplined in the markets, and then you'll get your $1 million.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to strike at the right time. You'll get your $1 million.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to deal with my position sizing. You'll get your $1 million, and your 10 million, and your 20 million, and so on. Okay. All right. So we have a question about AMC that popped in here real quick. I'm going to put that up on the screen. AMC hitting a new 2-year low, I think, something like that. $5 a share. This is obviously going to be a bankruptcy risk, which is what the shorts have been praying for 2 years. They've been begging for this one.
Yeah.
They've been put through a lot of stuff, both up and down. But the movie theaters they're not going to make it. Okay, the movie theaters are not going to make it. I mean, this Avatar proves the point. All kinds of money, all kinds of hype, all kinds of action, and they still miss their expectations on this one.
Come on.
It's because we have entertainment options going all over the place. Oh, by the way, not to change the subject too much, but talking about entertainment options, I can't help myself. You've heard about this pickleball thing, right?
I heard about it.
Everyone's putting money into pickleball. Do not.
Nah.
Do not fall for that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm begging you. I don't care if Christy Teigen and Shaq and everybody's putting money into this nonsense. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
There's no barrier to entry on this thing. You understand? Every basketball court can host 3 pickleball courts. Every parking lot can put up 100 pickleball courts. The equipment costs $10 at Dick's Sporting Goods. All right? Don't get into this. It'll be gone in 2 or 3 years.
For sure. For sure.
Don't get into that. Sorry to dive.
All good.
There,
yo, man. Well, listen, that's what's up.
Yeah. So, all right. Anyway, thank you, everybody. It's been a great couple of weeks. We've been doing this for about 6 weeks. I have enjoyed every time I come on here.
Hey,
come
man.
into Discord. You can see how these Centurions are dominating the markets, growing and improving themselves in so many different ways, financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. It's all happening. It's real. We're living proof of that. We want you here. Webinar Thursday, December 22nd, 7 p.m. Click the link, get in,
Let's
the
get in, man.
Netflix report, and dominate the markets with us.
Let's get it, man. Shout out to you, Romulus. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Guys, make sure y'all show up for this free training we doing. And or listen, just hit the page. Look at my trading for the last for the last 6 months. Just look at it. I show my whole account, show you everything. You know, shit I can't fake. You just look at it, just see if it's something you want to be a part of. You know, most people can't make money trading. Most people lose money trading, but I kind of specialize in things that most people can't do. You know what I'm saying? And that's some real talk right there. That's some real talk. But I think there's some more real talk. In fact, we have a whole segment about it. All right. Real talk. Did you turn my headphones down? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's better. Thanks, man. All right, real talk. Okay. So here's the thing. You gotta learn how to accomplish goals, right? You want it. We all have things we want to accomplish. We all have goals we want to accomplish. We all have things we all want to be better, right? In different areas of life. What, I got some shit on my face. All right. But there can be challenges. And I want, what, is still some shit on my face? Where is it? My right side. Did I wipe it off with my Santa shirt? Yeah. Nice. Shout out to me. Shout out to Nima. All right. But there are some things that can derail you in your accomplishment of goals, right? So here's how I kind of like to look at life. There's segments, right? We all want more money, right? Money's wildly important. It's critical, right? We all care about our friends. We'll call it family, right? Friends, family, right? We all care about our relationships. You know what? Let's be clear about this, right? Let's be clear about this. Sexual, sex partners, right? Because they're different than family. You get what I'm saying? You can divorce a wife. You can divorce a husband. You can break up with a girlfriend, but your family is different. You guys are literally, you got the same genetics, DNA, right? And then you have friends. Okay. You know what? Nah. I'm gonna change this. We'll add friends and family and friends. This together. Oh. The reason, because you're not having sex with your family and friends normally. All right. Okay. And then you got to have your health. Right. So on the green, these are things you can't live without. You can't live without good health, and you can't, I mean, obviously, because your body fails, you're dead. You can't live without money because we live in a society, and that's how shit runs, right? You can live without sex partners and family. Like, you can live. It's not a good life, but you can live. It's critical. Now, here's what can happen. You have these 4 segments. To illustrate what can go wrong is, let's think about the boat, the Titanic. Again, the art skills is on point. This is the Titanic, right? All right. The Titanic was in water. Oh, cool. And what happened? They hit an iceberg and the shit sank, right? We all know the story. Saw the movie, heard the songs. Why did the boat sink? Because once there was a crack in the foundation at the bottom, it filled with water and it sunk the whole boat. After that, they started building boats with compartments. This is why ships don't typically sink. So now if there's a crack in the boat, water gets all in here, but it won't go throughout the whole boat and won't sink the whole ship. Does that make sense? Brandon, fuck are you talking about? Let me explain. Same shit here. Right? You want to make sure you have your shit set up where you don't allow your family and friends to fuck up your money. All right? You don't allow your sex partners to fuck up your money or your health or anything, right? So what most people do is when one thing goes wrong, they let it fuck up everything. Right? Oh my God, I had a breakup. Next thing you know, they stop working out, right? They stop focusing on getting money, and their friendships suffer, whatever. They let this one thing fuck up everything. You get what I'm saying? This is how most people do it, right? Or they have some issues with their family or their friends or whatever, and they let that fuck up all the other quadrants. You can never do that. You can never do that. Now, here's the thing, though. One of these, the left side of the quadrant can actually fuck up everything. So you got to guard these with your life. These are the most important, not the most important, because that gives the wrong impression. What I want to say is these are the ones you have to be most diligent to watch. Because think about your health. When your health is gone, you're not out here making a bunch of money, right? You'll probably be a drain on your family and friends, right? If you die of cancer, you probably not out here being a international playboy simultaneously, right? Right? If you got the flu or the AIDS or the cancer, you probably not out here crushing your income goals either, right? So you got to guard your health. You got to guard your health with the utmost importance. You got to place it high priority. And you got to place your money high priority, right? Because if fucking up your money can really fuck up everything. It can fuck up your family because now you are a burden on them, right? Or you can't do stuff with them, with your friends. And if you're a man and you fuck up your money, well, you could just forget about that. You can just forget about that. Your health can suffer too, right? Either one of these in green can take down your whole ship. Does that make sense, everybody? The one in green can take down your whole ship, right? However, this one right here is the one that can improve every quadrant, right? Magic Johnson would be dead. if he wasn't a multimillionaire, right? He literally saved his own life with money. Because that was back in the 90s when if you had HIV, it was basically a death sentence, you know? Right? Your money can improve your family life and, you know, you can improve your life with your significant other. You can do more things together, go on vacations, buy him or her gifts or whatever it is you got going on. The money one can improve every aspect, right? So what am I getting at? How do you separate these things? I'm not telling you not to bring your family into your business. I'm not telling you not to bring your sex partners into your business. You can do that, right? However, what I'm saying is, if your family has some problems, if everything is going wrong on this side, no matter what's going wrong on this side, don't let it affect this side. Seriously, whatever's going on with your girl, whatever's going on with your family, do not let it deter you from working out. My cousin died. I was still in the gym the next day. Right? I was hurt and I was sad, but I was still in the gym the next day. I still went to work that week. I still produced income for my company, because if I would have let his death fuck up this, well, we already talked about that. If the money fucks up, then everything is, now you're just in legit danger. Now you have a bunch of problems. Does this make sense? So it's more like mentally drawing a long line in the sand that you're not going to let nothing fuck up this side. This side is critical. Your girl can dump you. She can cheat on you. Your girl can cheat on you with your brother, right? So now both are fucked up, right? And your mom could have set them up together. Your mom could have planned it. And your dad could have filmed it. It's all fucked up. This whole side is just trash. Protect this side with your life. Protect this side. Do not let anything interfere with this side. Because then this is how when you start fucking up these sides, that's how you end up with a legitimate downward spiral that will be difficult to recover from. Like we've seen people, maybe it's been you, people had breakups, and like for a year or two, maybe fucking multiple years, their whole life is just a string of failures, because when you start fucking up your health and your money, now you got more problems. You have to like draw a line in your sand, and when the fucking right side of it is fucked up in any way, that you got to stay focused. And let's be honest, we know which one of these is the most fragile. Right? We know which quadrant is the most fragile. I don't have to spell it out for you, do I? This is the one that's the most fragile. Right? You'll probably have multiple sex partners throughout your life until you find the one you want to settle down with. And then it's still not a guarantee, right? But you want to, hopefully it will be for you. Right? This is the one that's most fragile. And this is the one that really fucks people up. Right? Don't let them fuck up your family. Don't let them fuck up any quadrant, right? But even if this one, guard these with your life. Does this make sense, guys? Right? You don't want to be like the Titanic. You want to be like the new ships, that if one fucks up, the whole boat doesn't sink. That's critical, all right? So I just want to give you that real talk, man. Separate the shit in quadrants. What they saying in the chat?
We have a few super chats.
Hey.
But first, the comment from Ralstone Samuels. Shout out to you always. Also, I purchased 4 books from that live stream you did on the books.
Nice. That's what's up. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Reading is what's up.
We have Noah. I'm becoming a real estate agent and thinking about incorporating fitness lifestyle content into my brand to show more of my personality. Do you think it's better to only do a real estate content?
I don't have to spell it out for you, do I? This is the one that's the most fragile. Right? You want to be like the Titanic. You want to be like the new ships, that if one fucks up, the whole boat doesn't sink. Yes. But let me tell you why. It's better to do realist. Okay. So here's the thing. When you're thinking about your business and you want to understand what kind of content you should make for your business, you really have to understand a few things that are critical to get the most out of it. So the content is effective in bringing in customers. All right. So you want to think about, you really want to niche down. So this N is going to stand for niche.
It doesn't show up yet.
Oh, my fault.
Can you check?
What about now?
Give it a second.
What's it? Give us a second, guys. Hold up.
There you go.
All right. Let me erase this. Let me start over. All right. So when you're making your content, you got to stand out. And to do that, you have to really niche down. The richest are in the niches. Money over bitches. Snitches get stitches. All right. That's how you remember this. That's how you remember what I'm about to say. All right. So your niche, when I think about the niche, you want to think about exactly who is your target market. Who is your target market? Who do you want to watch this? Like who are you trying to sell to? Right. And then you got to think about what problem are you going to help them solve? Right. Because business is just problem solving. Right. People will exchange currency for some sort of value, a product or service that solves a problem for them. You know, like I needed computers to run my business and do these live streams, and Apple solved that problem for me, right? I needed a microphone that sounded real good, and Shure solved that problem for me, right? And I exchanged currency for these problems. So what problem do you want to solve for these people, right? But then you want to think about how you're going to solve that problem, right? Now, here's the thing. This is very important. Once you have the who and the what down, right, we got to go deeper into the what. And you got to really think about why do they want this thing, right? Why do they want to solve this problem? For example, the example I always give to my students is, let's say a guy goes into a store, he wants a drill, right? And maybe he gets a good salesperson, and they're like, all right, man, what do you need the drill for? And the guy says, okay, I want to build some shelves. All right, cool, man. What kind of stuff are you putting on the shelves? Oh, I'm putting up books on my shelves. Okay, so and what are you doing that for? Just so I understand. Oh, because there's like books everywhere, and my girl is out here fucking tripping all the time, right? Oh, okay. So here's the thing. He's not actually buying a drill. He's buying the result. He's buying a happy home, right? What he really wants is his girl to finally shut the fuck up. and the drill is what he's using to really do that. He doesn't give a fuck about building the shelves. Left to his own devices. Now, I'm not talking about these. I love my shelves and my girl. Hey, baby. Right. I'm just saying this guy in the example. I ain't even use a drill for this shit. I ain't even built the shit. She did. Anyway, I digress. This guy's buying a happy home. You get what I'm saying? Right? Like my son, he goes to a really expensive school. It's like over $500 a week, which is pretty expensive, right? Especially down south, right? And my mom asks, the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you getting for $500 a week? That's like $1,000, $2,000 a month. What are you getting for that in fucking preschool and kindergarten? And I said, yo, Mom, can you name every capital of every state in the United States? And she said, no. I said, just shut the fuck up. That's what I'm getting. How many languages you speak, Ma? This little nigga speaks 1.5. You know what I'm saying? Mi hijo habla un poquito español. He's almost as good as me. Right? And nigga does math at a second grade level. Seriously, like reads at a second grade level, and he's in kindergarten. You know, that's what I'm paying for. I'm paying. Why am I doing that? So he has the bright future, and he's really smart, and he can get into good colleges. Why am I doing that? So he can make a lot of money. Why am I doing that? So we can ball together once he's an adult. I'm buying a successful son. That's really what I'm paying for. You get what I'm saying? I digress. So you want to ask any product service you have, right? You want to say, okay, what problem you solving them? Okay, why do they want that problem solved? But go deeper. Like the why of the why. You want to go a few levels deep. Kind of like the guy with the drill. What does he want? A drill. Why does he want a drill? To build shells. Why does he want to build shells? To clean up the house. Why does he want to clean up the house? Because his girl's tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to go deep. And then your content, once you've gone deep, the content should be like around this, the end goal, right? Think about a fitness scenario, right? You know, I made millions of dollars selling fitness stuff over the years, right? Who did I market to? I got real deep on this. And I said, okay, I'm going to market strictly to young men age 18 to 25. Why? Because I knew I could focus on them. Let me say, and what did these men want? They wanted to get ripped. Low body fat, muscular with low body fat, right? How was I going to help them? Initially, I did it with keto, ketogenic diet, and bodybuilding workouts. Okay, cool. Why do they want to get ripped? So they look better, right? Why? And maybe more confidence. You know where this is going, right? Why did they want more confidence? For the hoes. Am I right? Right? That's what they really wanted. They wanted, I'm sorry, man. Let me be politically correct. For the bitches. No. They wanted girls, right? Right? So what did I do? If you look at my old content, like from years ago, I'd be working out, doing workouts, fat loss workouts, and it would always be a bunch of girls in the video. And it was heavily implied that if you do these workouts, you'll get girls. You feel me? Right? And then, so I really spoke to the main thing they wanted. Is this making sense? Right? You don't want to, because nobody wants diet and exercise, right? They want the results. Nobody wants to drill. They want the shit you can build with it. You get what I'm saying? Nobody wants a computer. They want to watch porn. You feel me? And then with the how, it's like, okay, this is what I specialize in. So this is what makes me different. This is what makes me stand out. Because if you think about it, there's a lot. How many personal trainers do you think there are online? Fucking millions, probably. Do I want to compete with millions? No. All right. Well, how many personal trainers help men aged 18 to 25 get ripped with ketogenic diet and bodybuilding? Can't even think of one, right? All right. This is how you stand out. So when somebody who wants to do the ketogenic diet and get ripped so he can get girls, when he finds me, he's like, oh my God, this is exactly what I was looking for. And then they can't price shop. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe like in your example, you want to think about what kind of real estate are you doing? Are you focusing on multi-level houses? Are you focusing with, this part won't be in the video, right? This is because I'm going, yeah. But you might want to focus, all right, are you going to focus on a certain kind of real estate? Because if you just everything to everyone, then maybe you don't, or maybe a certain location. Okay, now who lives in that location? A certain kind of house, a certain price range. All right, who's going to buy that? Why do they want it? You feel me? It's very important. All right, now we're back. And then the people can't price shop, and you make yourself different. You make yourself stand out. But most importantly, you're giving them the real thing they want. Like nobody wanted diet and exercise. These guys wanted to look better to get girls. And that's kind of, I sold them that dream. Does that make sense? I think I killed that. What else we got?
We have Ernest. I'm trying to lose weight down from 295 to 278 so far.
Hey,
Got
congratulations.
up to 100 push-ups a day from 10. Now added planks. Also started working 12 hours at Walmart and DoorDash, plus 5 hours on my side hustle. Thank you, Brandon and Fresh and Fit.
Hey, I think he was just giving. Hey, I don't think there was a question. I think he just wanted to show love and shout out his accomplishments. Hey, and I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? 100 push-ups a day. That's what's up. Get strong,
We have
man.
Pedigree, BTG. What up, King Keto?
What
I'm
up?
21 years old who is finishing school and have only been offered $25,000 a year. What would you recommend for someone trying to make between 5 to 10K a month?
5 to 10K a month. I got this Santa hat fur all over me. You want to make 10 to 25K a month, huh? Huh? All right. If it were for me and I wanted to make 10 to 25K a month, I would look at how exactly I wanted to do it. I mean, the first thing I would look at in what time frame, like how soon do I want to get that, right? Because 10K a month, it's really not that hard, right? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you don't mind working really hard, I think everyone watching this can make 10K a month right now if they live in a major city and they just drove Uber, right? The average Uber driver in New York City makes $80,000 a year. Let me search that. I want to be certain about what I'm the information I'm giving you. Hold on. Let me pull up Safari. How much? What they saying?
It says since most drivers manage 2 rides per hour, the hourly wage in New York's Uber driver comes to $50. This totals about $1,500 per week. But it depends. For drivers who do 30 hours per week.
30 hours a week.
Yeah, but like an hour, like at least you can make 80 grand per year.
It says that?
Yeah, it says it.
80 grand per year and with 30 hours a week. All right. So think about this. 80 grand. I don't have my big ass calculator with me. Fuck. Hold on. We're gonna do the math. I'm gonna tell you right now how literally anyone. Now, I don't know if I would do this, but maybe if I would, if I needed the money, right? Hold on. Where's my big ass? I missed my big ass calculator. I'll do it on my phone. What's up?
You can just.
Yeah, I never had it up. Yeah. All right. So 80K a year, right? Boom. That's $6,000 a month, right? $6,600 a month, right? But let's say you worked fucking 60 hours a week. I mean, if you work 60 hours a week, because that was with 30 hours a week, right? You double that shit. There's your fucking 10 to 12K right there. That's like 13K right there, right? Just working twice as much. And you may be thinking 60 hours a week, that's not really that much. There's 186 hours in every week, right? Like, that's New York City though, right? I think everyone can make 10K a month if they just work twice as hard. Just work twice as much, right? Honestly, man. Honestly, the average American makes about, I don't know, depending on where you live, it's around $50,000 a year, right? $50,000 a year. The average American is making like 4K Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. So we're going to average to 50. You know, just say it's 50 because it changes depending on where you live and household income, right? So that means, you know, working 4K a month, but they're working 40 hours. Fucking work 80 hours. That's what I did. Honestly, I was making six figures before I was on the internet, but this was during the financial crisis of '08. I was just working regular jobs. I woke up at 4 a.m. I started training people in the morning. I went to the gym, trained people, showered there, took the train to Soho. Then I worked 8 hours as a security guard in front of the Prada store in Soho. And then after that, I worked for a moving company in the afternoon. Okay. And I did that 5 days a week. And then on weekends, I would train people in the morning, and I was the weekend manager at a restaurant. You know, and that was like 12, 14-hour work days, 7 days a week. I did that for 2 years. And those 2 years, I was making over 100K, right? Doing regular jobs. You don't even need you don't even have to be smart to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just got to have work ethic. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be talented. You just got to be willing to work. I was working long hours. I didn't have like a life or fun, but I made the money I wanted. So it's like, how bad do you want the money? You know, anybody can make more money if they wanted to. Any healthy man in a first world country can make more money if they really wanted to. Like if they really wanted to, like if they had to have it. I had to have it because it was like right after my dad killed himself, right? He shot himself in the head. And, you know, I just had to be there for my family. I had to help out. I had to help get my mom out the hood. I had to go get her out of the hood and, you know, move her out of Chicago. And I had to support myself, and it took time for me to figure it out. So I don't want to hear no shit about being broke unless you got some sort of disability. If you ain't got no mental disability or no physical disability and you live in a first world country, I don't want to hear shit about you being broke, because I wish Uber existed back then. I would have just did that all day. That would have been way easier than working at moving company or fucking standing working security all day. I just drove around like a G, listening to audio books, learning shit. You know what I'm saying? It would have been way better. But you motherfuckers is lazy. Not you, not the person who asked the question, but most of you motherfuckers are just lazy. You know? I would do that shit. I would take that job, work hard as hell, be good as fuck at it. And then after work, I would fucking drive Uber, fucking DoorDash right there. And then also try to build some shit on the side, whether it's investments or something or side business. You can make it if you put in the work. You know?
We have two more chats. We have Drew. Hey, G. Is there a particular book or resource that gave you a good understanding of keto at the beginning? I'm curious to learn more about it.
Open up the podcast app and search a doctor named Dr. Dom D'Agostino. Right? He's done the most research, most comprehensive research on the ketogenic diet. Excuse me. In fact, I have an interview with him on my YouTube too. Maybe we'll post a link somewhere, or maybe you just search Brandon Card. Dr. Dom D'Agostino over here. He don't sound like that, but I can't say an Italian name without saying, hey. He don't even sound like that at all. Hey, Dr. D'Agostino, you want to eat some fucking keto over here? Eh? I wish he sounded like that, but he has the most. He doesn't have any books or anything, but if you listen to some of the podcasts he's done on the diet, you'll get just a really comprehensive overview of it. I have a video. What's the name of that video that we did about keto? When I wore the glucose monitor. I did a YouTube video. What the fuck? Neema's gonna find that out.
Yeah,
for you.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Thanks, Neema.
I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be a list of videos going in the
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Oh, we got you.
You know what? You just so good at what you do that I trust I can just throw shit at you on the fly. And you'll make it work. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker's an expert.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, the man. I don't even know how to work none of this equipment. I didn't know how to turn on the light. I'm like, Nima, how the fuck do I turn on this light? He's like, you press that button. It says power, dummy. He didn't say that. He was nice about it, but all right. Anyway, what's up? What else we got?
We have BWIC. If you are not in the fitness or online coaching industry, what will you be doing to earn income? Sales.
I think that the number one talent you should have, I think that the number one skill you should develop if you want to make money, and I mean a lot of money, is sales. I believe that with my whole heart. Sales is the key that unlocks practically unlimited wealth if you know what you're doing. If you get really good at sales, you can never go broke, because there are always going to be companies and businesses that need salespeople who are good. Most salespeople suck, trash. All right. But if you are good, two things will happen. One, you'll always have a job. You'll always be able to get money no matter what happens. Right. And you'll always be able to make as much money as you want. The beauty of having a sales job is, I think it's better than being an entrepreneur. Just think about it. As an entrepreneur, you have to develop the product or service. You have to market it, which is different than sales. You have to market that product service, right? And then you have to fulfill it, handle customer service, make sure the customers are happy. Then you have to hire people, right? So now you got to do HR, human resources. You got to do a bunch of shit all the time. You have a bunch of responsibilities, and having employees is not necessarily what's up. When I hear somebody tell me they have like 100 employees, I get chills. It sounds like a fucking nightmare. I got 30, and it's like having 30 kids. Not you, Nima. You're cool, right? But it's like, it's everyone else. No, it's like having 30 kids, right? And every problem they have becomes your problem. Somebody in their family dies, that's your problem, right? Because they got to take off. These motherfuckers get sick. That's your problem, man. All of their problems become your problems. If you're a sales guy, you don't have to develop the product or service. You don't have to do the marketing. Once it's sold, you don't never have to fucking think about it again, because they got a customer service division that's going to handle that shit. Yeah, take that over customer service, man. It's the beauty of entrepreneurship, because you can make as much money as you want, right? Or depending on your skill level, right? But without the responsibility of being an entrepreneur, right? People suing you, dealing with regulations, dealing with employees, dealing with customers, dealing with competition, worrying about marketing. A lot goes into being an entrepreneur. Being a sales guy, you could just really get good at it. I mean, there was times when my entrepreneurship journey was very rough and difficult. And I used to fantasize of just like quitting the whole shit and just selling Nissans or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think, man, I don't have to worry about marketing this shit. They got a whole marketing division. I don't have to make the fucking car. And once they fucking buy the shit, I don't have to worry about it ever again. I can forget this person exists. You know what I'm saying? I just have to do the one thing, is just be good at sales. And I'm really good at sales. I got really good over the years. My dad did sales. He taught me a lot, and I've worked it. Oh, listen, look at my alarm. It's discipline right there, man. You know what I'm saying? But I got really good at sales, and statistically, I'm one of the best in the world. Like, I don't think anyone. I mean, there's people who are better than me for sure. I'm sure they exist. I mean, it'd be difficult to find them, but nobody would embarrass me. I'd hold my own selling against anyone, right? Fucking Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone. Even if they're better than me, I would hold my own, right? Wolf of Wall Street. And I know, because I know these people. Like, I've paid the Wolf of Wall Street to mentor me, right? Because I'm always trying to get better, right? Man, I've been statistically, my stats are fucking sky high. And I would do that, right? If I wasn't in the fitness industry, I would do that. But I did that in the fitness industry, right? I did the sales for my company. This is one of the reasons why we succeeded so much, right? I got good at marketing, right? I went to school for marketing, but it was the sales, like, that really got me to where I am doing the sales. And then having the skill set to be able to train the sales team, right? Like my boy Brian, he runs the sales team now, and he's like really good too. And now my sales team is really good because I trained them. And that's what I would do. I would get a job in sales because you can really write your own ticket with that, man. That's what I would do. And I love it. I love sales. I love it. So that's a thing too. If you don't love it, then it might be difficult, right? Like Nima loves videos, all things videos. So that's why he's really good at that. I love sales. I just love it. I love everything about it. You know what I'm saying? I love when I get an objection. What was that?
That was my stomach.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It sounded like a baby girl. Like your stomach sounded like, I thought I was like, is there like
it's dinner
a
time.
little woman hiding in here?
It's
All right,
dinner
that's
time.
what I would do. Sales. If you want to, I honestly believe that even if you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to learn sales. I think everybody should get fairly good at sales because you're always selling. Everyone's always selling. Even if you want to just get a regular job, you got to sell yourself while you're better than other candidates. Everyone should learn that skill set. Get good at it, even if you don't do sales professionally. All right. It's time to wrap this thing up, but we're gonna wrap it up with baller of the week, and then just read the last super chats. Oh, my fault, Nima. I ain't give you no kind of warning. All right. Hey, babe, did you give me a link for this one? For the ball of the week? Is it in the thing?
You added that one.
Oh, I thought she was going to give me a link. All right, I didn't tell you to. That's cool. That's my fault.
I thought I had to fill out
Nah,
the
it's
empty
cool,
ones.
man. It's cool. Don't even trip. That's what the internet is for. All right. So, apparently, I didn't know nothing about this until I woke up to people screaming in the streets of Miami. There was like an important soccer match over the weekend. It was like a soccer match or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? Game. Is it called a game, Nima? Did they call them games? Match games?
I think so.
Yeah, all right. It was a soccer game. And it was real important. And one of the players, I was like, yo, is this motherfucker like dirty all the time? Or is he always like fucking shit up? Why do they always call this guy Messi? Like they just call, is he making a mess all the time? Then I realized, oh, that's his name, Messi. I just found out about this motherfucker. Apparently, he's really good at the soccer, right? And he won the fucking Soccer World Series, like the Super Soccer Bowl, or what's it called?
World Cup.
The World Cup. Shout out to him. Apparently, this is a big deal. All right, you know what I'm saying? Apparently, this thing is a big deal. I didn't really know what was going on, but like people seem to fuck with it, and they were real excited in the streets of Miami. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know that soccer is like, it's one of those things that's really popular outside of America. It's one of those things that if you don't live in America, it's a big deal in like other countries. Kind of it's things like soccer, drinking tea, socialism, child labor. These things are real big. Like they're a big deal in other countries, but in America, not so much, right? And I guess the best soccerer. Now you from one of them countries that like soccer, right?
Yeah, they love it.
What they call? Are they called soccerers?
Soccer player.
Soccer player. All right. The best one is he the best or is it
He's
Geraldo?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Is he the best? Who's the best?
I mean, both are kind of competing.
Oh, so it's like, okay, so it
It's a
might
tie.
not be, it's a tie.
It's a tie. But they were the ones who went to the finals.
Ronaldo was in the finals
No,
too?
no, it was Argentina and France.
Argentina and France.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they beat France. Anybody beating France at anything is okay in my book. All right. So they won the World Cup.
Yes.
All right. And that's what's up. Ball of the week is, what's his guy's name? Lionel
Messi.
How you say it?
Lionel Messi.
Lionel. I ain't never heard a human with either one of those names before, but it's dope. And how much money he make? Well, like, cause if he ball of the week, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's check it out.
Actually, I just heard that the winner of the World Cup, I think, gets $40-something million.
Woo!
Yeah.
The person?
No,
Or
the team. I
The
think.
team.
Yeah.
Damn. Do they give it all to Lionel? Nah, yo. But according to reports, his net worth is about $620 million. That's baller. That's a little bit more than me. A little bit more than me. Shout out to him. Shout out to Messi. Shout out to Argentina. You know what I'm saying? And all the third world countries that competed in the World Cup, man. Y'all doing your thing out here. You know what I'm saying? And side note, before I leave, I've never played soccer once. I don't know that I saw a soccer ball in person. However, you guys tell me if I'm wrong. I think I could be a professional soccer goalie, right now. Hear me out. I'm a big guy, right? And I don't have to learn how to kick it, right? I might be wrong. Like, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I am ignorant on this sport. But when I look at it, all I got to do is stop it from going in the net. And I can use my hands if I'm the goalie, right?
Yes, you
I
can.
can use whatever I want. I can fucking hit it with my hands, legs, teeth, swing my dick at it. It don't matter. I'm a big guy, long wingspan. I'm fast as shit. Fast as lightning. And I'm super strong. I think I could, never touching a soccer ball before, I think I can go in there and stop the ball from going in the net. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. You've played the soccer before.
I've
I can
played
tell
it.
tell by your accent that you've played soccer before.
Yes, I love soccer.
You love it. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But it's in like.
Is it harder than I think it is?
I mean, being a goalie, I think you can nail that.
You think I can do it?
Yeah,
Nima believes in me.
seriously.
You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying I'd be the best in the world. I'm not saying I'd be as good as Messi or Ronaldo, right? You too big, no, I'm fast as lightning, bro. I'm fast as lightning. Bobby Trauma, man. Why would you already do that to me? I thought we was boys, you know? Now listen, check me out. Is there anything you have to do besides stop the ball from going in the net? Do you have any other responsibility as goalie?
I mean, sometimes you gotta kick it like really like long ranges.
How difficult is that?
It's not.
I cannot do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, I think I can be a professional goalie.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. That's what it's called, goalkeeper,
Yeah.
right now. I don't even have to run down the field.
No.
I stay in my little spot, and I do one thing. Stop the ball from going in the net.
Literally.
I don't know, man. It sounds like the easiest job in sports. But there might be something I don't know. I've never played soccer ever. I don't think I've ever seen a soccer ball in person. But when I look at it, I feel like, yo, I can do that, man. I can do that. And I don't care about getting hit.
I mean, no one would dare hitting.
Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't hit me with their hands. They're not crazy, right? But like, all I gotta do is jump in front of it. Yeah.
And the ball just would make a U-turn.
Yeah, the ball knows better. I don't know, guys. I could be wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know anything about the sport. In America, soccer is just kind of something that we send our like daughters to do so they don't get pregnant after school. But I know it's a big deal in most parts of the world. And those guys are athletes, man. They run fucking miles. That's one thing I do know. Everyone who's not a goalie, they're like fucking running a marathon every game.
That's true.
Yo, I think that field is too big.
It is.
Right? Hear me out. Hear me out, world. I think the game would be more interesting and more fun if the field was 25% the size. Just hear me out. Then it'd be like a fast-paced ass game.
There'll be too many people in the field.
Maybe we get less people, man. That's a good observation, babe. Less people. Let's make that shit hella small. Oh, I see what you're throwing up. So it's like it's super big. Listen. Oh, it's like, what the fuck? It's like 5 basketball courts.
Yes.
That's too big, man.
And the goalie itself is pretty big.
Yo, hear me out, world. I got some good ideas from sports. One, we make the soccer field the size of a basketball court. I think that'd be way entertaining. We'd get more than 1 point per game and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it the size of a basketball court. Just try it out. Try it out for one of the World Series Cups. Just try it 1 year. All right? Basketball. During All-Star Weekend, they need to have a 3-on-3 tournament. Right? And the only rule is you got to have the 3 people on each 3-on-3 team, 3-man team. They all got to be from a different team. So imagine we got LeBron, Steph Curry, and Kyrie Irving all on one team. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. Right? You know what I'm saying? And they got to go against Kevin Durant, James Harden, and the kid with the eyebrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that shit. A 3-on-3 tournament All-Star Weekend. If anybody got access to the general managers at the NBA, you take credit for the idea. Get that raise. I just want to see it happen. Also, there needs to be a 3-on-3 tournament is real. I really want. I will settle for a 1-on-1 tournament. And here's the thing. At All-Star Weekend, 16-player 1-on-1 tournament, All-Star Weekend, the players have to be in it. They take the top for the players with the top 16 players with the top scores, the top scoring players who's got the most points, 1 through 16. That's how they're going to rank them, and they set it up like the fucking Sweet 16 in March Madness in college. We set it up like that, but it's a 1-on-1 tournament. That should be gangster. Baseball, 3 innings. 3 innings. 9 is way too long. Nobody likes that shit, except for my Dominican friends. They y'all probably wanted to be fucking 18 innings. 3 innings in baseball. Let's just try it for a year. Let's see if we like it. I think we'll like it a lot. You know? Soccer. Do they got cheerleaders? Do they have cheerleaders?
No.
Soccer. Cheerleaders. Cheerleaders. Especially they be in the Spanish countries. We get some of them, you know, the chicks with the surgeries out there. We get the surgery chicks out there as cheerleaders, right? We hold the shit in Colombia every year.
Why in Colombia?
Because that's where they go to get the fucking surgeries, right? Am I right?
That's one. DR is another place, so.
Okay, we hold it every year in Dominican Republic or Colombia. We switch off. We get the surgery chicks out there doing cheerleader shit. And the court is the size of a basketball. The field is the size of a basketball court. The shit's too big, man. No wonder it'd be like 1-2 fucking points per game. How long is the average soccer match?
It's each
90
half.
minutes?
Yeah, each half is 45, 90 minutes. But they can get extra time, and if there is still like it's a tie, they go to penalties.
Listen, man. Listen, man. If I wanted to watch a bunch of guys struggle to score for fucking 90 minutes, I would have went to the club with Fresh from Fresh and Fit last night. Shout out to Fresh. That's my guy, man. I just be messing. He try to get me to go to the club every night, but every time I go, but it's like, nah, man, I got shit to do.
All right.
I already got, oh yeah, we gotta wrap this up. These are my ideas, guys. These are my ideas. Somebody, if anybody has power to make this happen, you go take the credit. Go get that raise and that promotion. They'll build statues to you, man. I don't have the power to implement these things, but if you guys can do it, I think it'd be really good. We need cheerleaders in soccer. The field should be the size. Just try for one fucking World Series cup. That's it. Just try once, 1 year, right? If you don't like it, we'll go back. It's not a big deal. Baseball, 3 innings. And we need a one-on-one tournament in All-Star Weekend, or a 3-on-3 tournament. I think that'd be really exciting. All right. We out. This is Victory Unit. I'll holla at y'all. We can end it now.